use other issues. He wouldn't say what those other issues were. He just used the phrase other issues, and they used this. I said, but this is one of the issues. I said, when you're handling other people's money, I said, there's a right way and a wrong way. I said, none of that money should have gone to you. It should have gone through the bank account. So he said, well, he had receipts, and that, you know, he was handling it. I said, Tabak, you could pick up receipts from the street. I said, if you handed over the bank account to somebody, I said, all the receipts that you say you had, they should have gone with the bank account. They should be presented with the bank account so it can be shown that those receipts are receipts that you had, where, how, and where the money was, where the money went. I said there was a right way and a wrong way and to handle the money. So he agreed, and he said, yes, you know, I'm sorry, I should have handled it, you know, right, and maybe this will, you know, be a lesson. I said, yeah, it should be a lesson to you. I said, because, I said, what happens with House of Israel? So he said, House of Israel stays with me. So I said, why? Why does the House of Israel stay with you? I said, because you want to still be the boss. You still want to run a congregation. He said, no. He said, I offered to have someone else step up and be in charge, but nobody wanted to, he says to me. And I feel like if he's called on counsel, that if he's called to counsel and he's told by all of the brothers that he is wrong, then he should be willing to step down and step away until they tell him, until they are ready for him to come back to the congregation. That's what happens to other brothers, so that's what should happen to him.
Exactly.
And he said, he kept saying to me, oh, well, I told the brothers that they were righteous brothers, and that, you know, maybe we'll get together later on at some point in time, you know, maybe we'll get back together and all of this nonsense, but he never admitted that, you know, he was wrong, and that he never admitted that you know, that the brothers had called him on and he was wrong. He just made it sound like they were not dealing with him on an honest level. They were not giving him a chance to defend himself. Well, he was totally wrong. That's why he had no defense. Even if they had given him forward notice, he still wouldn't have had those receipts, and I think that he still doesn't have those receipts. I asked him how he was cashing the money orders. He said he was taking them to the post office and cashing them. I never would have given him the money orders with just his name on it if I thought that's what he was doing, because that's not the way it's to handle. I had at one point asked about how I had asked about whether or not the congregation had tax write-off and things like that, and he said no, that they couldn't get the authorities to give them the rights that other churches have. Of course they didn't. If you don't have no records of who pays what, and you don't have no records of what money is coming in, they're not going to give you a tax write-off. You have to be able to prove factually what your organization is doing. And if you can't do that, then, I mean, he made this told me other lies, like he said, well, when I gave him the tithe, that he would take, sometimes he would take it and use it if he would spend so much money on the Sabbath feast, and then if he would put $90 in the bank in my name. He said he would put it in my name. He must have said that about 3 or 4 times. Like, that's an insult to my intelligence, because it's like he doesn't.
In your name?
In my name.
Okay.
In the name of Nyawana.
Well, let me say this to you.
And I know that's a lie because I know how a bank account is handled.
Right.
You can't put it in my name.
Right.
I mean, how you put it in my name? He must have made that statement if he felt like maybe that I was going for it. I was trying to maintain my anger at him for telling the lies.
Right. Let me also say this too. I was the treasurer. In fact, right now you're sitting with 3 of the treasurers. It's Damala Adam and Yawasop and myself, Yeshaya. We were all the treasurers from say 2000. Maybe I took over the account like 2009 or 2010. I left the camp in 2011 at the beginning and gave Zabak all the money that was in the tights. So you're sitting with 3 of the treasurers, and we could all tell you, we could all bear witness that none of the money that Zabak ever gave us in tights ever was accredited to. He never said this is Nyawana's tights. So whatever $90 or whatever he said,
he couldn't put it in my name, and I knew it when he was saying it.
Yawasop. Zabak said to the sister that sometimes he would give some of the money and put it in the bank account in her name. Now, you was the treasurer after me, right?
Right.
Do me a favor, step to the phone real quick. Did he ever give you money and said it was from Nyawana?
He never gave me 1 red cent and said it was from Nyawana.
Kamala Adam, did he ever say that to you?
Not at all. He never gave me anything with Nyawana's name on it to deposit in the account at all, period.
So now you have the treasurers from either 2009 or 2010 from the House of Israel all the way up to 2012. And none of us ever got any type that this sister paid to Zabak directly.
And there will be no point for him to say that he made deposits in her name. Her name wasn't on any of the accounts.
Right.
First of all, Yeshaya had the account first. The account was in his name. Then I had the second account. It was in my name. Then Adam had the third account. It was in his name. So what kind of deposits is he going to make in her name and for what purpose?
Well, this brother Zabak told me about 4 times that he put the money in the account in my name. I was trying to talk to him, so I was trying to contain my anger. In my name, he said he put the money in my name. He also said that regardless of who handled the account, that he paid his tithes always, and that he works, that the people didn't think that he had a job, but he had an income, but it was nobody's business. I said, well, you should have let people know what your income was. So I said, you know, if you had an income, you should have let everybody know, because they needed to know that you had an income so that they could trust you to handle their time.
People didn't trust him with money. As soon as I get a hold of the account, why did the account grow all the way to over $3,000?
And he said that he borrowed money from the account. Did he ever pay the money that he said he borrowed? Did he ever pay it back?
No. Worse than that, he never got any. He never borrowed any money from the account when I had it.
And as far as the tithing is concerned and working is concerned, 2 Thessalonians 3:10, I believe it is, says that if a man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. I know that for myself. So, you know, for these brothers that are thinking that because they go out to camp, that's an excuse that they have, that they shouldn't work, simply because they're going out on a Saturday night to teach you know, it's ludicrous. You're supposed to work. Jesus Christ worked. He was a carpenter. He was a carpenter. So how is it that you think that because you're teaching the word that you're not supposed to have a job, especially if you have a family? You're supposed to take care of that family. You're supposed to be the head, not the tail.
So you're not supposed to live off your women.
Exactly. Exactly. And certainly not supposed to live off of me.
Right, exactly.
So I think that I wish that the brothers would give a citywide council and hold it so that everybody knows the truth, because I spoke to a couple of the brothers and they were told, one was encouraged not to go to the council, and when I found that out, I felt like the truth was not going to be told by Zabak. So therefore, if all the brothers were to know the truth, what's going on with the congregation, I think that they should have a citywide, a full out-and-out council, so that everybody knows what's said, what's proven, what's not proven, and understands who and how the unrighteous is done. And that's really about all I can think of that right now that I want to say.
We thank you, sister, because you know, this is very important information that that Israel needs to know. Because at the end of the day, it's not about hating on this man or being jealous of him or trying to bring him down, but it's because you're a leader in the nation, and you have an image of like you're doing the right thing and you're really doing the wrong thing. So when somebody that's evil is leading in Israel, it's harmful to the nation as a whole, because everybody that comes up under you, they look to you for righteousness. And if you're not doing the right things then and you refuse to take correction and repent and step down like you really should, then we're going to have to resort to things like this to get you to do the right thing one way or the other. There's no malice intended, or we don't like you or nothing like that, but you need to repent first and foremost, acknowledge what you did wrong, and step down and take some time off and come back when you're right, because right now you're not right. So with that, just also wanted to put a stamp on the date. Today, I believe, is July 26, 2012. Where we're sitting here in Starbucks. That's why it's a little noisy. We're recording from my phone, so that's why if a call or a text was coming in, it might have the vocals might have gone in and out. But you know, I'm sitting here with the sister. Like I said, her name is Naiwana. She's bringing out just information. All of this that she said is factual, and it's going to be proven with paperwork, not just slander or not just opinion. It's actual proven facts that we're going to bring out to show Israel what they're following and who they're aligning themselves to. So with that, I say shalom.